We've all been there, drowning in to-do lists and looming deadlines. But guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. Being productive isn't about becoming a superhuman task-crushing machine. It's about working smarter, not harder. Remember that time you finally organised that dreaded junk drawer? Liberating, right? That's what we're going for here. A little more and a lot less arg in your everyday life. Whether you're chasing career goals, mastering family life, or yearning for more breathing room, these tips are your secret weapon. You might be thinking, another productivity guru. But hold on, this isn't about adding more to your plate. This is about hitting the reset button, decluttering your mind, and reclaiming your time. Imagine crushing your goals without feeling like you're running a marathon in quicksand. Get ready to unlock your productivity superpower. It's time to ditch the overwhelm and embrace a calmer, more accomplished you. Ever feel like you're constantly playing catch-up with your day? You start with the best intentions, but it quickly spirals into chaos. Enter time blocking, your new secret weapon. Think of it as giving your day a friendly boss who values structure and gets things done. With time blocking, you're assigning specific time slots for everything, from emails to walking the dog. This isn't about becoming a robot. Flexibility is key, but having that visual roadmap of your day can do wonders for your productivity. Imagine waking up, grabbing your coffee and glancing at your calendar. Instead of a jumble of appointments, you see your day neatly divided into colourful blocks. From 9 to 10 a.m, it's Conquer Inbox 0. Then, from 10 to 11 a.m, it's Project Magic time. You've even blocked off time for me time because taking care of yourself is non-negotiable. The beauty of time blocking is that it's completely customizable. Experiment and find what works best for you. Experiment and Still not convinced? Let's bring it to life with a real-life example. Meet Sarah, a busy working mum who thought she was destined to live in a perpetual state of overwhelm. Between her demanding job, 2 energetic kids, and attempting to maintain a social life, Sarah was drowning in to-do lists. Then, Sarah discovered the magic of time blocking. She started by setting aside just 30 minutes each Sunday evening to plan her week. The result? Sarah felt like she'd gained extra hours in her day. She could actually enjoy her time with her kids without mentally planning her next work task. Sometimes our to-do lists look more like wish lists. We pile on tasks, then wonder why we feel like we're constantly running on a hamster wheel. The truth is, not all tasks are created equal. Some deserve VIP treatment, while others can chill on the back burner. Prioritizing helps you stay laser-focused on what truly matters. Think of it this way. If your to-do list was a garden, you wouldn't water every single weed. Prioritizing tasks is the same idea. Give your attention to the things that will move the needle in your life. Ever heard the saying, eat the frog? In the productivity world, it means tackling your most dreaded task first thing in the morning. Think about it. You know that one task that's been looming over you? That's your frog. By getting it out of the way first, you're freeing up mental space and setting a positive tone for the rest of your day. Facing your frog head-on isn't always easy. But imagine the feeling of accomplishment that will wash over you once it's done. Everything else on your list will feel like a piece of cake compared to that frog you conquered. Remember Sarah, our time-blocking superhero? She discovered the power of finding her flow state. It's not about achieving nirvana, It's about finding that sweet spot where you're so absorbed in a task that time seems to fly by. Some people are at their sharpest first thing in the morning, while others hit their stride later in the day. The key is to experiment and figure out when you're most focused and energized. Then, schedule your most challenging tasks for those peak productivity times. You'll be amazed at how much more you accomplish when you're riding that flow state wave. Let's talk distractions. Those sneaky little productivity ninjas that love to derail our best laid plans. We live in a world overflowing with distractions, from the constant pings of our smartphones to the siren song of an unorganized workspace. But fear not, for there are ways to reclaim your focus and create a distraction-free haven for your productivity to flourish. It's time to channel your inner superhero and create a space that screams, "Get stuff done!" Let's face it, our phones are like those delicious, addictive potato chips of the digital world. It's nearly impossible to have just one quick glance. But just like we wouldn't try to write a novel while binge-watching a reality TV show, it's time to set some healthy boundaries with our digital companions. First things first, turn off those pesky notifications. Seriously, do it now. Those constant pings and buzzes are like tiny little dopamine hits, pulling your attention away from the task at hand. Designate specific times for checking your phone and email. When you're working on a task that requires your full attention, put your phone on airplane mode or hide it in another room. Remember that time you said yes to one too many commitments and then found yourself stress-eating leftover pizza crusts at 2 a.m. while trying to meet a deadline? We've all been there. Learning to say no is like discovering a superpower. It gives you the ability to protect your time and energy for the things that truly matter. Before saying yes to a request, pause and ask yourself if it aligns with your goals and values. If not, politely decline and feel the liberating power of setting healthy boundaries. A clear space equals a clear mind. Get rid of any unnecessary clutter. Organize those piles of paper and surround yourself with things that inspire you. We've talked about time blocking, taming distractions, and even facing our fears. Hello, Frog. But here's a productivity tip that often gets overlooked: taking breaks. Yes, you heard that right. Stepping away from your desk can actually make you more productive. Think of it like this. Trying to power through work without breaks is like trying to drive a car without ever stopping for gas. Our brains, like our bodies, need regular rest and rejuvenation to function at their best. When we push ourselves too hard without breaks, we experience cognitive depletion. Taking regular breaks allows our brains to recharge so we can return to our work with renewed focus and energy. Taking breaks isn't about shirking responsibilities or becoming a professional Netflix binger. It's about working smarter, not harder, and integrating short bursts of rest and rejuvenation into your day to maximize your productivity. Would you rather work at 80% capacity for 8 hours straight, or at 100% capacity for 6 hours with a few strategic breaks? Breaks aren't for slackers, they're for superstars who understand the importance of taking care of their most valuable asset, their brain. Embrace the power of the pause. Your to-do list and your sanity will thank you. We've established that breaks are essential for productivity, but what exactly constitutes a good break? The answer depends on you and your needs. The key is to find activities that help you disconnect from work, recharge your batteries, and return to your tasks feeling refreshed. For some, a quick 5-minute meditation session can work wonders for calming the mind and reducing stress. Or if you're more of a movement person, try stepping away from your desk for a brisk walk, a few yoga stretches, or even a spontaneous dance party. The key is to experiment and find what works best for you. Whatever helps you disconnect, recharge, and return to your work with a renewed sense of focus and energy. That's your break time magic. Remember that feeling of excitement and possibility that came with starting something new. That's the magic of learning, and it doesn't have to fade away with time. Embracing lifelong learning is like discovering the fountain of youth for your productivity. When we continuously feed our minds with new knowledge and skills, we're boosting our brain power in ways that directly impact our ability to get things done. Learning keeps us engaged, challenges our perspectives, and helps us stay ahead of the curve in our personal and professional lives. A strong, agile brain is a productivity powerhouse, ready to tackle any challenge that comes its way, from podcasts to power skills. Expanding your universe, one lesson at a time. Where do we even begin with lifelong learning? Opportunities for learning are everywhere these days. We live in a world overflowing with accessible and engaging learning resources. Download a language learning app and practice on your commute. Sign up for an online coding bootcamp. Take an online photography class. Embrace the world of endless learning opportunities. Embrace the growth mindset. Your brain on learning is a beautiful thing. Now, I know what you might be thinking. But Marie, I'm not a student anymore. Well, my friend, that's simply not true. Every single one of us is born with an incredible capacity for learning and growth. The key is to cultivate a growth mindset. Our abilities and intelligence are like muscles that can be strengthened through effort and learning. Embrace this mindset and see mistakes as opportunities for growth. Ditch the self-doubt and embrace the beauty of your ever-evolving brain. Ready to rock your productivity? So there you have it. We've journeyed through the land of time blocking, battled distractions with the power of no, and unlocked the secret weapon of strategic breaks. Remember that feeling of overwhelm we talked about at the beginning? It's time to kiss it goodbye. You are now armed with seriously actionable tips to transform the way you work and live. Imagine that feeling of accomplishment as you check things off your list, knowing you're in control of your day. Picture having more time for the things you love, less stress, and maybe even an extra shot in your latte. It's time to ditch the overwhelm and embrace a calmer, more accomplished you. Small changes, big results. Remember, you don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start small. Choose one tip that resonates with you and implement it this week. Once you've mastered that, move on to the next. Think of it like building a muscle. It takes time, consistency, and a little bit of effort. But just like that feeling of accomplishment after a great workout, the rewards of increased productivity are so worth it. You've got this. One step at a time, one day at a time. Go forth and conquer. Now, go forth and conquer your day. Embrace the power of productivity and watch as it spills over into every aspect of your life. Remember, this is about more than just checking things off a list. It's about creating a life you love, filled with purpose, passion, and maybe even a little bit of spontaneous dance parties. Because when you're living a productive life, you're not just getting things done, you're creating magic. Now go out there and make it happen. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Life Reset channel. See you in my next video. Bye.